Hello everyone and welcome to Imagination Station with Miss Jen. Let's see what's inside our kit. We have 2 paper towel rolls. We have some rubber bands and some paper. We have a sheet of plastic, and last but not least, we have a pasta box. So with these materials and some Scotch tape, a ruler, a marker, and some scissors and an adult's help, we will be able to make our own TV to display our art. So let's get started. Okay, so to get started, we are going to open our pasta box so it becomes one flat piece. So we're gonna see where the seam is and open that carefully, because we're eventually gonna be taping it back together. So this is what the inside of our pasta box should look like. We are gonna be drawing 4 circles, 2 on this piece and 2 on this piece. When we fold the pasta box back together, these circles will be across from each other. So first I'm gonna try to figure out where I want my holes to be. So I'm gonna be using my ruler. First, I should probably see what the center is. I'm gonna use my marker and draw a line here and draw a line here. So I know where the center of my box is going to, or the center of my circle is going to be. And now I am going to make marks as far as how far it is away from each end. So let's see. I think I will do 1.5 on this side. And then I'll do 6, a little more than 1 inch on this side. It doesn't really matter if this distance is the same as this distance. The most important part is that they match up on this next section. So I'm gonna double check my measurements. So it's 1.5 and then at 6. So I'm gonna go over here, line up my ruler, 1.5 and 6. Okay, so my center line was a little low. So these plus signs are gonna be where I'm gonna cut my circles. So I'm gonna grab my paper towel roll and line up the paper towel roll so it starts right on where the 2 lines intersect in my plus sign. And I'm gonna try to make sure it's as center as could be. There we go. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Okay. Next, I'm gonna do the ones on this side. And then this side. So now I have my 4 circles that I'm going to cut out. This is definitely where you would need an adult's help, because what I'm going to do is poke a small hole in the center of the circle, and then I'm going to use that to be able to cut out the circle. So I'll show you how I cut out the circle. I'm going to do a few rays out. Your adult may have a different way of cutting out the circle. There's no right or wrong way. So, just safety is very important. Okay, so I cut out one of my circles. I'll join you back in a few minutes once I cut these other circles out. Okay, so I now have my 4 circles cut out. I am going to see if my circles line up. So I'm going to just hold the pasta box in place, and I'm going to take one of the paper towel rolls and thread it through. So that one fits. Now let's see if the other one fits. It looks like it's gonna fit. So my thing lines up. But now I need to take them out because I have to cut a window to display my artwork on. So we are going to take, if your pasta box has a plastic sheet on it, we are just going to take that off, and we don't need to hold on to this because I included in your kit a plastic insert that we're going to use for the screen. So I'm going to use my ruler again, and I am just going to trace a line that I'm going to cut and you can have your adult cut it. So I'm gonna go right here. And then, let's see. I'm gonna line up the lines on the bottom. Okay, so this is the area that I'm going to cut out from my screen. So I'm gonna take my scissors, or you can have your adult take the scissors, and you're gonna cut this rectangle out. Okay, so my rectangle is cut out. So I'm going to take my plastic sheet, I'm going to line it up, and I am going to tape it in place. But the plastic sheet's a little bit taller than my box. So I'm gonna cut some of it off. Let's see how it fits now. It'll fit. So I am going to use some of my tape and tape it into place. Okay. Jen's almost out of tape. Okay. Okay, so once you have your plastic in place, you are going to take your sheet of paper and you are going to make a drawing on it. So I am going to make a bunch of hearts for my drawings. You can do whatever your imagination leads you to do. Okay, so Miss Jen has finished her drawing, and I am going to lay it down, face down on the pasta box, and I'm gonna take one of my paper towel rolls and I'm gonna start to put it in. But before I put it in completely, I'm going to put my 2 rubber bands on there. This is gonna add some traction for the paper to be able to stick or to turn around the paper towel roll. So I'm gonna try to put them as much as I can on the center of the roll, and then I'm going to take the paper towel roll and push it a little backwards so that I can get it to go through the other hole. So that one is done. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my second paper towel roll. There we go. Okay, so once my paper towel rolls are in, I am going to take some tape and I am going to tape the 2 sides of my paper together. I'm gonna line them up and then put a strip of tape right there. And then I'm gonna put another strip right here. I trimmed my paper a little bit short, but you should have plenty of paper in your kit. And now I am going to temporarily tape the pasta box closed so I can show you how the TV works. Okay, one more piece of tape. Okay, so now you have the TV, and then as I turn the paper towel rolls, my image goes through there. So you can see a series of hearts. So your next step is to decide whether or not you want to decorate the outside of your pasta box, or if you want it to stay the way it is. One thing Miss Jen noticed is that she cut a little too far for her screen, so there's some empty space. So Miss Jen could put some paper over here and decorate the outside, and then this empty window would not be there. The other decision you need to make is, are you gonna permanently seal the box shut? Are you gonna put like glue or duct tape? Or are you gonna do it temporarily like Miss Jen did so that you could swap out the artwork every so often? So I'm gonna do it temporarily, and I am going to close the pasta box on both ends. Okay. So it's gonna be just like if I bought a thing of pasta from the store. Hello and welcome back to Imagination Station. I hope you had fun making your own cardboard TV, and I hope you get to display a lot of awesome art in it. I hope you had fun today. I know I did, and I hope to see you soon in the library. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.